Alright guys, how is it going? Welcome back to another video. So, as I begin this video, a plane decides to go over. Or is it a helicopter? I think it's a helicopter. If you can hear it, I apologise. That's what you get for living right in the way of an airport. But either way, today guys, I am bringing you my bank video. I told you that I was going to do this when I maxed. And yeah, I maxed a couple of days ago. So here is the bank video. Let's get into it. So this is an overlook when I first go into it. Obviously the first tab isn't that big, so it doesn't really hide much of what's coming next. But yeah, I mean, this tab right here is kind of where I keep all of my collectible stuff and the stuff that I'm working on currently. So up here we have all our dummies, we have some of the divine location things, and yeah, like I said, just my collectibles, 100k magic logs and maple ones as well, and a bunch of the board arrows, which I'm gonna keep there. I could disassemble them, but I'm going to keep them in case I go for 120, and I would just like to see how many I make. So yeah, apart from that, just a bunch of these symbol pieces, harmonic dust, some more protein stuff, and I don't know, just overall stuff that I've got recently and that I'm going to be keeping and using very soon. So yeah, I also have all these shards in here because I am planning on, well, I am currently working on getting all the capes, all the expert ones. So yeah, I already have combatants down here, but I'm still missing 3 of the capes. So yeah, they're a work in progress. Moving on, this is like my main tab where I keep all my skill capes, my auras, my money, and my stuff that I use all the time, especially for PVM. So yeah, obviously all the skill capes up here. It just looks awesome to finally have all of those. Then we have all the milestone capes going from 10 to 90, all in order, so yeah, they're pretty cool. We have the veteran capes, the combatants cape, some money, obviously the fire cape, the ghostly cloak, and all my auras. Then we have our 3 crown of loyalties, which I do like, and then just some random stuff along here. We've got our augmented pickaxe, a couple of the crystal wards, some lucky items, and overall you can pretty much see what they are. We got our nook stuff there, and yeah, all our armor as well. So you may notice that this tab in terms of my armor is kind of dry, to be honest, because my Drygors aren't in there. That's funny, Drygors. They're not in there right now. I had to sell them to be able to afford to do some like skills before, but because I knew I was going to be working on magic and just all that stuff, I wanted 120. I sold the Drygors, and I can always buy them back because it's not going to take much, and yeah, I can sell like my logs or something and buy them back. It's not like I can't or I don't have the option. I just sold them because I needed the money at the time, and to be honest, I love having that stack there. So yeah, if you're wondering where they are, I'm currently not using them. So when it comes around to my Jack of Trades, I use the Armadillo Godsword here for my melee stuff. So yeah, that is that tab. The next tab is obviously my Herbal one. I try to keep this as simple as possible because I don't really use that many potions. My main ones are sort of around here. So yeah, these ones are just kept because I made them and I had them, so I haven't sold them. But that is pretty much it. I mean, 8k of the extreme attacks. I have already started making the next video for you guys, which is up tomorrow, so you'll understand why I have so many of those and how I use them pretty much if you want to know. Pretty simple, like I said, nothing crazy, but yeah, it does the job. Up next in this tab, this is where I keep all of my runes, my familiar stuff, my scrolls, even though I don't have any right now, and my farming stuff as well. I recently started getting the crystal tree blossoms, which I do need to get today, so that is a recent addition to the tab, but yeah, pretty much all seeds really, and some runes up here. We don't have a big supply on runes right now, because I've gone through quite a lot recently, but yeah, it's okay, it's all good. I did sell a bunch of my nature runes that I made and crafted, so that gave me some decent money. I think it's like 10 mil, so yeah, I did keep a few of them. I don't really tend to go through many runes, so for me not having a massive stack isn't a big deal, and I just buy them as I need them really, because then I don't waste money. The next one is my loot tab, which I'm not going to talk about too much because I do show you everything about it in the next video, so yeah, it just looks pretty cool. So yeah, moving on. This one right here, obviously, is where I keep all my food, and again, I don't have a massive stock because the methods I use with PVM or where I would need food actually drop a lot of it, so normally I take like a couple and then I just survive off the drops, so yeah, that is this one. I've just realised I haven't taken off any of the equipment I was wearing for this video, but you can pretty much see what I've got there. Subjugation, Silverhawks, Max Cape, Slayer Helm, Amulet of Fury, and my Seer's Ring as well, plus my Vampirism Aura, so yeah, you can pretty much see that, but yeah, I probably should have taken it off for the video. But yeah, this is the jewelry tab, obviously. I've tried to organise it as much as you can. I mean, you know, it's just a bunch of jewelry, it's not really anything crazy. A bunch of my games necklaces, and they all have different charges, so yeah, it just looks kind of messy regardless of what you do, but either way, that is that tab. The next one here is kind of what I like to call my skilling tab, even though it's not 100% used all the time. It has all the stuff in it which I would use for skilling. Recently, I obviously got the Omni Talisman, was it called? Which obviously I used all these for, so I thought I'd keep these. I have a bunch of my pouches for rune crafting and my teleports, and that's pretty much it. We have some stuff here to make the Slayer Ring, and stuff for invention, as you can see down here. Some summoning stuff, which actually needs to go up there, so yep, there we go. And my urns, some pouches, just pretty much the stuff I would use or what I've got from skilling. Like, I've got a ton of these here, so yeah, just stuff for skilling and stuff I need to use in that area. Apart from these, why are these in here? Let's just add those in there, but moving on, that is that tab. Sorry about that, my bad organisation skills. I probably should have checked over this before I did it, but either way, that is that one. And oh boy, you are in for a treat with this tab. Look at it. It is, I don't even know what this is. I can't even explain it. It's got skilling outfits in it. It's got masks in it. I've tried to put all the masks down here at the bottom, as you can see. This bit isn't too bad. It's just everything else, and I don't have the patience to go through this, so I just sort of chuck everything in here. I know you can get rid of them and then just get them back when you need them, but I don't know. I just keep them in here because why not? Everyone has a junk tab. I've always had one. And yeah, this is mine right now. So yeah, that is pretty much my bank. I know it doesn't have the most money, doesn't have the most stuff, but that was the whole point of this video. That is my bank in result of maxing, because a lot of people wanted to know how much it cost me and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this dude just getting in my way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So before I end off this video, I did try to keep it as short and sweet as possible with the bank video, because I didn't want to explain too much and just drag it on. So what I'm going to do right now is just take you through a couple of my goals, because I have explained this in tomorrow's video, but I want to just run it through you guys now, because yeah, I don't really go into detail on the next video as much as I would right now. So yeah, so obviously now that I'm maxed, everyone is asking me if I'm going for comp cape, and yes, I will be, but I don't know when I'm going to start working on the requirements, because there are a bunch of other things I want to do first, and it's not that big of a deal for me, because I like the 120 capes. I would like a couple of 120s before I go into that. I mean, look at it. It is cool, and it's kind of like a mixture of 120s and the max cape, because particles and max cape sort of design, so yeah, I don't know. Either way, that is a future goal, yes, but I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it. I might just do a couple of requirements each week, and the same with the Master Quest Cape as well. I'm getting questions on that, and yes, I am going for it, but again, I'm not too sure when I'm going to start working towards it. So 120s are the ones I'm most excited for, and the ones that I really want to go for right now is obviously 120 Slayer, but not straight away. It's a cool cape, but there are other ones before that as I work towards it gradually, I guess you could say. So my first one is going to be 120 Invention. I'm going to do it training my magic, well, with my Nook staff, and using it towards magic and defense XP, just swapping out between the two skills. And I'm also going to go for 120 Constitution, which is obviously just gradual again, and I also want 120 mining, because the cape is awesome, and it's quite nice sometimes just to AFK at the 7 stones, and because you do get a lot of corrupted ore, I'm going to use that to work towards 120 smithing as well. So that is pretty much my plan right now. I may add some more onto it very soon, I don't know, but we'll just see how the progression goes towards these ones first, and we'll just take it from there. The last video, guys, was insane. I want to say thank you real quick. I have mentioned it in the next video, but just on this one, I want to say thank you, because it was just incredible. It's over 10,000 views already, over 700 likes, and that just, I don't know, it was amazing to me. It was mind-blowing, so a massive, massive thank you for that. If you could keep up the support on this video, that would be insane. Let's try and hit something like, I don't know, 200 likes. That would just be pretty cool. So don't forget to like the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.